Hello, and welcome to the Healing Siren Oracle. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're returning, welcome back. My name is Renee, and today we're doing another love and relationship reading. So, as usual, I went ahead and pulled the first 4 cards. I got the Page of Pentacles in reverse, the King of Cups in reverse, the 10 of Pentacles in reverse, and the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So for some of you guys, you have recently left a relationship that overall just ended up making you feel drained. And for some of you, you were kind of asking yourself, like, if you pissed off somebody in a past life, because this person ended up triggering either a dark night of the soul or a certain amount of depression. Remember, if this resonates, like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. And that being said, let's get into the reading. Yeah, like by the end of this situation, you just felt depleted. And for some of you guys, you ended up asking yourself if that's it. Like, is it even worth looking for another relationship? Because this put you through the ringer. For some of y'all, you felt abandoned by spirit with this Hierophant in reverse. And you also felt like, with the King of Cups and this Temperance card, you felt like when it came to an equal give and take energy, that the partner in the situation wasn't like following through what they had for the deal. Like, they would say stuff like they were going to start going on dates more or start talking more. And you would wait on that to like actually transpire, but it would never happen. Whenever you said something about it, that person would actually get angry. Like, they would behave as if you cussed them out. That ended up causing a whole tower moment where you were going back and forth. Like, some of you guys felt like you were trying to be a detective to figure out what this person was really thinking because they weren't saying anything out of their mouths. And for some of you guys, you also felt like, okay, well, if you're not going to talk to me, is there a different way of us communicating? Because is there a different way for us to communicate, if at all? Because like this whole, I'm asking you questions and you just do up in clouds, like pretending like I ain't say nothing to you. This is not going to be sustainable. Yeah, 8 of Pentacles in reverse. For a lot of you guys, at first, you felt like challenge accepted. Like, maybe she's been hurt in the past and you're just trying to break through that cold shell that she had up with everybody else. Or maybe like his exes don't really know what they was talking about. I say that because we got the Lovers and the 10 of Cups. So it didn't start out as bad. As a matter of fact, for a lot of you, you saw this as your forever person. But that person saw a continued relationship with you as a lot of damn work they didn't want to put in it. It was causing you a lot of confusion with the 7 of Cups. It was like so slow, like the change in this person was so slow and gradual that you didn't really see it coming. It would be like, okay, well, one day they just start coming home an hour or two later. Then it would get to the point where, okay, that hour or two later, where they would call and be like, hey, I'm running late, they stopped calling. So then it was just like, they just gonna be late. You got used to them just being late, and then it was, oh, I'm not coming home at all. Like tonight, I'm just, you do you, I'm gonna be good. But a lot of you didn't even see that level of behavior coming because it was so slow. I feel like these people, it was so gradual that at first you thought it was helping the situation, if that makes sense. Like at first, with them coming home late, you thought it was because they were working late. And then working late meant more income for the household. But the paychecks didn't match, like, their behavior. Two of Pentacles in reverse, it was throwing you off balance. And for a lot of people, they felt like that cycle was continuing, but at the same time, it wasn't moving as fast as it was before. I'm picking up like y'all moved in together relatively fast, like within 6 months of meeting each other, because that person was love bombing you. They made you feel like y'all were meant to be. Both love cards. They made you feel like you were meant to be. For some of these folks, you actually felt like this would eventually be your husband or wife. Yeah, Knight of Swords in reverse. And we got the Eight of Swords in reverse. So like I said, originally it was causing a lot of confusion, and yeah, that Seven of Cups and the Eight of Swords in reverse over the Tower, because it came out like this. Tower, Seven of Cups, Eight of Swords in reverse. So you were trapped in your head for a good amount of time, going back and forth, going, okay, well, if this is what they're saying it is, then why is the behavior not matching up with, like, their words? Why are they not doing what they're saying? And like I said, you were in your head about it for a very long time, because you were like, okay, well, if we're supposed to be balanced, equal give and take with that Two of Pentacles, but it's in reverse, why is it in reverse? Why are we not, like, coming to any kind of consensus on what this relationship is? For some of you guys, it was after you had already moved into a home with this person. So, like, breaking up with them wasn't something you could do. Y'all had already signed a lease. We got 10 of Wands, King of Wands, King of Pentacles in reverse. So originally, for some of you guys, you thought you would be a power couple with this King of Pentacles and Queen of Pentacles, right? And then you realize later on, this person was kind of just there for the physical part. And anything outside of the physical part, they made you feel like that was all on your shoulders. Like it was your responsibility by yourself. Switching decks. So yeah, it could have been like, originally y'all agreed to be 50-50 on the bills, but then when it was time for they part of the money to come through, it was like, oh shoot, I just lost my job. Like 2 minutes before you said that, right? So, yeah, you felt like anything outside of the physical was literally a burden on your back to carry. They felt like, oh, well, as long as I'm here and we doing the do, that's all I got to do. But originally, this was somebody you potentially saw yourself living life with long term. Yeah, Nine of Cups in reverse. Like that quickly like reverse course because you started paying attention to this person's behavior. And for some of you guys, that's where the Tower came from, because you started to question them about their behavior. Like if it was the person that slowly transitioned into not coming home at all, you were waiting on them to actually start acting right again. But that person refused to with this Four of Pentacles in reverse. Like the Seven of Pentacles is waiting on progress or waiting on something to happen. So in this situation, you were waiting on them to come back around and they just didn't. So you spent a lot of time going, well, what's about to happen here? And for a lot of you, you got to the point where this Queen of Swords and the Three of Pentacles, for a lot of you guys, you got to the point where you realize that you literally had to cut this person out of your life, or end up being a prisoner to their needs. Like the Nine of Pentacles and the Ten of Swords. So for some of y'all, for some of you guys, you felt like with this Nine of Pentacles, this person wanted you to put them in that Nine of Pentacles category. For like I said, when it came to bills for some of these folks, like it would be like, shoot, I had a job just now, or I borrowed money from such and such, but I need you to pay that money back for me. And like what you didn't realize at the time was every time they did something like that, they were adding another sword to your back. Like they were causing another betrayal or misdeed. And then whenever you would get mad about it, it would be like, oh, it's okay, let me rub your feet. Still not providing anything financially, but what offered is Page of Cups. And like the Page of Cups is the smallest love offer ever. And that was just to pacify you. Got the Temperance again, this time in reverse. Because you ran out of patience with this person. You were wondering when y'all would go back to the good times with that Three of Cups, but you kind of like realized this person was purposely not doing their part. And that the best way for you to have the Two of Pentacles was to do it by your damn self. Two of Swords, you made the decision to go ahead and walk out of the situation. Or for some of y'all, you didn't leave the situation, you just got to the point of, I'm going to cut off all help that I was giving you. And because I'm cutting off all help that I was giving you, you got to figure that shit out for yourself. Let's see. Queen of Wands, Six of Cups, and the Page of Wands. Queen of Wands, Six of Cups, and the Page of Wands. Like I said, this is someone that you could have been very passionately drawn to. And it's somebody that you saw long term with this Six of Cups. For a lot of y'all, with the Page of Wands out here, no, you saw that jump. You kind of felt like that person would go back to being in page mode. Like they would go back to how they originally were when y'all first met. But in the end, you started feeling that loss, that Five of Cups. And like I said, for a great deal of you, that situation, that relationship, that situationship made you think to yourself, damn, I put so much into this situation. Am I ever going to find my right person? Like, am I ever going to be happy? And you never got an answer to that. Because I'm not even getting the answer to that now. For some of you, you're still asking that question. And it's because this relationship literally triggered a dark night of the soul for you. For some of you guys, you went through a portion of time where you didn't even trust the opposite sex. And for some of you, you still don't trust the opposite sex. Or if it's the same sex relationship, you don't trust nobody. Or if it's the same sex relationship, you only trust the opposite sex. You basically only trust the people you're not attracted to. You're seeking that balance somewhere, but you don't even know where to start looking. Because you feel like whatever situation you would find yourself in is going to be toxic all over again. And that's causing a great deal of confusion for a lot of you, because you're like, there's no way, like, I got drugged all the way through the mud in this thing just to get, like, nothing. For a lot of you, it's like, it's gotta be better than this. I don't know where it's coming from, when it's coming, how it's coming, but there's no way in hell that was it for me. But you've asked that question a few times. And then, like I said, for a lot of you, it's still a lot of trust issues. For a lot of you, it's still like a fear of being used. And it's going to make you run away from whatever a new relationship is, because what this did was it made you see red flags everywhere. Like somebody sneezed too hard, red flag, I'm out. Like, okay. For some of you, this King of Cups will come back around, and it'll be easier to deal with another relationship, because you know what to look for this time around. And like I said, for the ones that still have the trust issues and feel like you're going to be manipulated, you're going to have to get to the point where you put that King of Swords into use. Like, you're going to have to basically seek help, seek counseling, use your brain. Notice that a red flag for this situation, whatever a new relationship would look like for you, a red flag there sometimes is not an immediate, like, all right, well, I'm gonna be gone. Like, you may look at a new relationship and go, okay, well, I've called them like 3 hours ago and they didn't answer their phone, right? In this past relationship, when they didn't answer their phone, it was because they wasn't coming home that night. With the new relationship, if it comes, this person may not answer their phone because they're at work. Like, they'll have a valid reason for not picking up the phone. So you can't look at everything that comes after this original discord with the same lens, if that makes sense to you. Yeah, the Knight of Wands in reverse. Whatever you get into, you're going to have to move physically slow. Like, no jumping in the bed right away. Basically, take the time to get to know the person. Because I think that's what it was in this original situation. They love bombed you. Like, so fast and so quick that you found yourself being head over heels in a situation where, like, had you taken the time to slow down, you would have seen some characteristics that you didn't like, and you probably would not have pursued this relationship. At the Two of Wands, yeah, something new is coming. I just don't know when. Switching decks. It looks like something decent. And for some of you guys, even if it does come, like if you don't take the time out to figure out, not necessarily where you went wrong, but where the damage caused by this past relationship, if you don't take the time to figure out what damage they left, like, it's going to cause you to go into a runner's energy in a new situation. Like, everything in a new situation is going to scare you, like I said before. Epiphany. So, autumn. But this Epiphany card, yeah, so some of y'all realize that other person was using you. You may find your new person next autumn, maybe an autumn after that, and take control. Basically, if you try to go out dating without doing that internal work first, like I said, it's going to throw you automatically into a runner's energy. For some of you, you're still dealing with the remnants of a dark night of the soul. So it's going to cause, or it's going to require some patience on your part. Life-changing decision. You're going to have to choose whether or not you want to trust all over again. Like, if you want something new, are you willing to take that risk? That's going to be your life-changing decision in this situation. Okay, so I want cosmic insight. Communicate right off the bat. Things are getting serious. Whenever you meet your new person, like I said, don't jump into bed with them. One of the key things with a new relationship is going to be to get to know the person first. And I don't mean like the surface level questions that everybody asks. And for some of y'all, one of those questions is, do you want kids? Or what do you do for a living? No. How do you think about this? Basically, if I put a situation out in front of you, okay, Mercury retrograde, electric issues, communication issues, review everything. So for this communication thing, it may have to be done in person, because I got communicate and then the card that says everything electric is going to go out. So you may need to communicate with your new person more so in person than over the phone, internet, or something like that. If it's a long distance relationship, then more FaceTime conversations, right? Just a way to get you in each other's space without sex. I'm going to reiterate that again. But, like I said, it's going to take some patience. It's going to take some time. I'm seeing a new situation come up after you do the work on yourself. Or for some of y'all, you're not going to listen and you will jump into a new relationship without doing the work first. And it's going to be heartbreak all over again. And get one more of these. Love spell, you've been bewitched. So a lot of you with that past person, it was so fast that you felt bewitched by this person. And for some of you, you noticed you felt different when they were physically around you versus when they weren't, if that makes sense. Like when they were in the same room with you, you felt like it was you and them against the world. But when they left the room for any reason, it could have been they went to the kitchen to get a glass of water, a part of you started kind of waking up and it was like, I don't know if I like what they just said or what they just did. Or for some of y'all, it was, I don't even know if I like what they got on today. And it would be something so different from what you usually liked that it would just kind of click on and click off. And then when that person came back, you were in love again. For some people, that's what it feels like when you start to break through a love spell, because that's your will, like waking back up. Spells and curses and stuff like that, they can work. I'm not going to say all of them are fraudulent. They can work, but they work by bending a person's will, and they're temporary. You will never meet a lifelong love spell that just continues on forever. For some people, a love spell only works long enough until like y'all have sex. And then after that, you don't feel the same way about that person anymore. And you can't figure out why you felt like that about them in the first place. All right. Let's do the spirit animal card. And I ended up getting 3. I got co-create with spirit. Sometimes life stings and spirit has your back. So like I said, whatever this other original first relationship was, you had to get out of that first. You're going to have to like co-create with spirit, listen to your intuition, follow your guides, pray, meditate, clear your mind, clear your space, heal your inner child. For some of you, work on you first. And do not let the fact that a heartbreak from before don't let that keep you from looking for something new. Spirit has your back. So you're good moving forward. Remember, if this resonates, like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and as always, y'all be blessed.